Okay. Flipper. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. What else? I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Over. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Again. Winner. Sinner. I come a long way from a beginner. Big wheels in the winter. I'm a soul loser, so I became a winner. Top dollar, Don Dada. So I might have to holler. I'm fresh to death, but I don't pop my collar. I'll make a 20 tomorrow. Money. I cut her off if the mission failed. There's no taking L's. Win, never lose. Money play, never snooze. Stack the paper what I choose. I guess I'll fit with no clues. Walking the what's the move? I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. What else? I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Over. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Again. Win with some good friends. I hit the station and bought a Benz. I do it, you copy. I know you watching, I know I said all the trends. You got a 10, I stack 10 on 10s. You say I'm not having, please come again. In the back of the Maybach in New York, I'm covered in tiger skin. You lucky 4-leaf clover. I'd rather grind till it's over. Feel like like a toaster. When I'm need a chauffeur, there's no losing or no ties. Business days wear a tie. My finesse smooth as a spy. Aim your dreams for the sky. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. What else? I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Over. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Again.
What's good? It is your boy Bake, and we just got it popping with the 2K team at the park. Hey, you know Lockdown Game. We had the clamps on them and we got that dub. Make sure y'all keep a lookout for them because you can be next.
Welcome to 2K TV.
Yes, welcome, and I have a question for you. Have you entered the 2K TV Shoe Creator Challenge yet? Well, you have until May 24th to get your designs in.
After that, we will be selecting 4 finalists from each category to go up for the community vote.
And judging the submissions this year, we have a special guest. He's out of Boston. Meet Dion Point of Concepts. We are talking shoes today because we've got the 2K TV kick.
The Magic getting off the bus earlier on, a sharp-dressed and very confident group. A soaring CN Tower is seen from the waters of Lake Ontario. Along with the rest of beautiful downtown Toronto, our setting today. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. You'll watch the Orlando Magic in this one as they go up against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. Hey Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. A look at the Magic starting group. Carter out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Porter. Then there's Harris. And it's Fultz in at the point guard. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Boucher in at the pivot spot manning the middle. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. Launches it. They grab their own miss. Here's Siakam. That shot is off. Isaac with some nice D. Harris against VanVleet. And Carter has it in the corner. VanVleet against Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
We saw this at Georgetown. Porter continues to improve as a shooter, and he can't be ignored.
Knocks it loose, and it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Siakam kicks to Anunoby. Lowry passes to VanVleet. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Shot clock at 3. That one wide left.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their late. Laziness.
Harris with it. Kicks to Fultz. Isaac against Siakam. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Don't let the frame fool you. Jonathan Isaac is lean, but he is unafraid of contact. I love that play.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of this. No good on the free throw.
Boy, Jonathan Isaac comes out of Florida State back in 2017. 6th overall pick. Obviously, with that high a pick, you think, oh, he's come out of his career a little bit slow. But this team believes in his upside and is committed to building with him.
And he's good on the second.
And with Isaac, there is a lot to like. He could be a huge two-way forward for this team.
Right, Greg. A modern NBA big has got to develop a consistent perimeter game, which Isaac is working on. This guy's a big-time finisher right now. So with that frame and that age, this guy's upside absolutely tremendous.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Down low, Anunoby. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Back to Carter. No good there. Good D by Siakam. VanVleet outside. Pass to Lowry. To the paint. Here's Siakam. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Fultz looking around. On the wing, Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Now running, there comes Lowry pushing the ball up. That gives them the lead.
Well, that's Kyle Lowry, the burst of speed to beat everyone up the floor and leaves no doubt with the finish.
And here's Fultz. Carter left side. Over Boucher. The Magic again can't hit. Raptors with the lead. Outside for Lowry. Toronto working the ball around now. Anunoby against Porter. Shot clock at 6. Siakam outside. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Magic.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Here's Lowry. Anunoby against Carter. That's tipped.
And love how high Fultz gets on these rejections, utilizing his terrific length to spike shots back.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
For the Magic, Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Ross comes in for Harris. And Anthony subbed in for Fultz. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, 5 to shoot. Here's Siakam, and it's sent back by Isaac.
Isaac using every bit of that 6'10" frame to send it back.
They need this one. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically. but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Now, Siakam. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Poked away. 1:03 left in the first. Isaac passes to Porter. Back to Isaac. Cross in the corner. Shoots over Van Vliet. Again, the Magic score.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Siakam finds Van Vliet. Here's Birch. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
The first one falls. Some changes for Toronto. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Siakam. Stanley Johnson comes in for Kyle Lowry. And Hood subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. Pass to Okeke. Anthony left side. There's the pass to Ennis. Over Trent. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Orlando, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And the first one at the line is good. So for the Magic, Hampton's checked in for Terrence Ross, and it's Carter Williams in for Anthony. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Trent. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Carter Williams. Up in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Magic lead by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts reminiscing about his championship year with Kawhi Leonard.
It was is always a team. And I think we don't look at one player and say he's going to save us. You know, we got to save each other. We got to play for each other.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And so in the game for the Magic, you've got Ennis, Hampton out there with Michael Carter-Williams. And there's Mohamed Bamba. And it's Okeke in at the 4 spot. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And Orlando has possession after the Raptors pick up 2. Ennis passes to Bamba. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I'll tell you, the next step for Mo Bamba will be more muscle, but he finishes through contact right there.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Hood deciding where to go with it. And he goes in for the dunk.
Rodney Hood is a remarkable athlete, and this guy tenacious when he cuts into open space.
Orlando trailing here. Here's Carter-Williams. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Okeke. And it's blocked. Johnson right side. Here's Trent. Hood trying to break free. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Both teams deciding to change it up. The Magic trail by 4. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Hampton with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop. Boy, George Gervin-esque with the feathery touch on the finger roll. Don't see that too much anymore.
And with Kyle Lowry, the assist numbers don't jump off the page at you, but he has fantastic vision, and his decision-making is also elite.
Greg, for me, what stands out about Kyle Lowry is his willingness to adjust his game based on what his team needs. There's been times in his career where he's been a go-to scorer, and his three-point shooting can be infectious to his team. That toughness on the drive really strikes you. But there's also been times where he takes a back seat to scoring and says, all right, time to get my guys involved. He can do either.
Here's Fultz after the Raptors pick up 2. It's the front of the rim and out.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Raptors shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And the Raptors with some changes. Pascal Siakam comes in for Aaron Baines. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Hood.
Well, the more opportunity that has been given to OG Anunoby, the more this young man shines. He is a multi-dimensional talent. Gives you great defense nightly and growing on the offensive end.
Fultz the pass to Okeke. Hampton in the corner. Shoots over Van Vliet. And that one hits back iron. And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. And the shot goes in. Siakam's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors.
Wow, finishing through contact with a beautiful display of focus. What a job by Pascal Siakam through contact.
Now here is Harris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Okeke. Good D by Siakam. Raptors leading by 11. Passes it to Anunoby. Off target with his three. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Okeke passes to Hampton. Here's Fultz. Misses off the right iron.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Here's Anunoby, banked in off the glass. Anunoby's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
.141 left in the first half of the game. Outside, Porter. Carter down low. Boucher defending. It's blocked. And here is Anunoby. 7 points in the game. Softly drops in the floater. Anunoby's got 9.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Lowry against Anthony. Pass to Porter. Shot to stop the run. Siakam pulls it in.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
The Magic trailed by 18. To the inside. Here's Isaac trying to get open as Carter. Isaac misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Well, Orlando shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. No good from Ross. Toronto leading by 18. Fast break Toronto. Here's Siakam. A putback. It's good on the putback.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. Outside, Porter. Pass to Isaac. Outside, Anthony. From the arc. He can't get that one. And so it's the Toronto Raptors closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening period was 3 points. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what'd you see out there?
World champion Kyle Lowry. Sometimes people want to talk about what he can't do, but give him his respect. He can light you up on both ends. And as we've seen, this is happening tonight.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
They didn't show enough toughness in the paint on D. When you get dominated in the post, it sets a bad tone. You always want to win that physical battle in the area. Otherwise, you wind up with a score like this. I don't believe I'm watching this.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Boucher in at the center position. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Fultz kicks to Isaac. Carter outside. Isaac passes to Porter. Over Boucher. Porter, no luck. Raptors leading by 20. Anunoby with it. Picked up by Harris. For 3, VanVleet nailed from three-point land. VanVleet's got the first basket of the third quarter for Toronto. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Isaac kicks to Porter. Fultz against Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And here again, the Raptors in transition. Up the court they go. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. Lowry's got 12 points in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Here is Porter following the basket by Fred VanVleet. To end the run. Porter, no luck.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Now that one from VanVleet.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Raptors. Rodney Hood comes in for Pascal Siakam. Orlando making some changes. The Magic have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. And the pass to Carter Williams. Out left to the wing. Inside, here's Okeke. And that time, also a missed shot.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Lowry against Carter Williams. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Hampton. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by the Raptors.
The Magic have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And that one misses. Here's Toronto. This run now up to 13-2. To the middle, here's Lowry. And that one is off. So Orlando will take it the other way. Passes it to Hampton. Over to the left wing. Here's Bamba. The Magic again can't hit.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And the basket by Lowry.
Well, 6 of their last 10 points coming off the fast break.
And so it's Carter Williams. He'll bring up the ball for Orlando. Pass to Okeke. Now Ennis. Magic moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. A nice shot by Okeke.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Pass to Birch. 1:05 left to play here in the third. Can't cash in from the high post.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Here's Okeke. His three-pointer's off the mark.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got 7 points.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now Hampton. The pass to Okeke. Outside for Carter Williams. 9 feet out. It doesn't go for him. And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 17-4 run. Here's Birch. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Wow, what an easy look Kyle Lowry creates for his teammates. One of the best setup men in the entire league.
Now here's Carter Williams. Got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Toronto ahead, just dominating this one. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, the lengthy bigs inside Isaac and Bamba. Terrence Ross is out there with Anthony, and it's Brazdeikis in at the 3 slot. The Magic shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Here's Anthony. Pass to Bamba. He kicks it to Ross. From deep. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Yeah, Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of a sharpshooter.
Flynn against Anthony. A nice shot by Flynn.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Anthony taking his time here. Ross in the corner. Isaac kicks to Ross. Tipped away. Isaac passes to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Bamba in the high post. Baines is there.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Flynn with it. Bamba picks him up. Here's Watanabe. The rebound by Brazdeikis.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Anthony's shot is off. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Here's Flynn, and the basket is good. Flynn's got 6 points in the quarter.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
For Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Pass to Brazdeikis. Now, here's Isaac. He's guarded by Johnson. And the basket by Isaac.
This is encouraging to see Jonathan Isaac finish through contact. He obviously will fill out that frame and add some weight, but the balance really impressive.
Here's Watanabe. Back to Flynn. And again, Toronto with the triple.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Brazdeikis. Isaac against Johnson, and that one drops for him.
Wow, how about the focus from the big man? Jonathan Isaac comfortable in the paint.
Toronto, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Now Now the pass to Baines. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Good checked in for Stanley Johnson. And a change for the Magic. James Ennis, he'll check in for Isaac. Free throw good. Baines. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Inside, here's Bamba, and he gets the bucket.
We are talking about a physical, multi-skilled big in Mo Bamba, and he does a nice job drawing that contact.
Hampton's checked in for Terrence Ross. And the free throw, no good.
Well, Mo Bamba is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? The size combined with the shooting ability.
Flynn kicks to Bembry. Sinks that one from the post. Bembry's got his first bucket in this one.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Now here's Anthony. Over Flynn. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Here's Flynn. Wants to get it to Baines and does. Shoots over Bamba. And it's Baines missing.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Ostakis. Rebound by the Raptors.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now, here's Baines. He's off on that one.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Raptors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kyle Lowry.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Bembry misses. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Passes to Hampton. Flynn grabs the miss. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Watanabe. Here's Bembry. Kicks it to Baines. On deep. And the Raptors miss again. To the inside. Here's Bamba. And the shot goes in.
Well, don't let that lean frame fool you. Mo Bamba able to muscle through contact. Nice.
Here's Bembry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyle, congrats on the win. What did you guys want to accomplish and get this win?
Everybody played. We all played together. We stayed, aggressive and stayed the course of the game.
Thanks again, Kyle. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.
for some money, I tell them get in line. I know the I done pay for all my. I got that. Seems that all I hear is siren. I text my but I guess he ain't replying. Smile in your face, and when you turn your back, they you spine. I wear shades and carry like I'm legally blind. I tall in the coupe, so I'm easy to find. She want Versace, so I flew her straight out to Milan. It ain't no capping in my rap, you know you need a. I'm from the south side, off on that. I'm in my bag, I got a grown. Get upset if I don't give them no money. But you ain't do nothing to them when they on your home. I ain't saving nobody unless she here to stay. You know the match the waist. You know the tires match the rims match the rate. And then she loyal, then she spoiled. That's my baby.
Yeah, you save me from myself. I don't need nobody else. You save me from myself. I don't need nobody else. You save me from myself. I don't need nobody else. You save me from myself. I don't need nobody else. Now let me tell you about that youngin' who fresh out of. Say he misguided, he just want attention. That nation business, I stand tall, so when you talk, I listen. That money talk, so I'm just hoping I'm the one they mention. Upgrade my swag, I walk on stage and still got wrong with out Savannah. Cause my list, no such thing as missing. And plus I'm fresh about that, I go hard, no quit. I bought that work, I don't need no. Been down around they posted on the block. Ain't let nobody, you don't love yourself. Put all my feelings on the show. And I just need my, I feel I don't need nobody else. Yeah, you save me from myself. I don't need nobody else. You save me from myself. I don't need nobody else. You save me from myself. I don't need nobody else. You save me from myself. I don't need nobody else. Yeah,